Hello and welcome to our virtual field trip to Ceres, the Centre for Education and Research in Environmental Strategies. So when you enter our website, on the first page we have the inquiry question, which is: what can we learn about the use of natural resources from an Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people's perspective to help us live sustainably? And then when we scroll further down, we have a large map of Ceres, which contains links to certain areas for students to investigate and explore. So for example, if we go to the chook section, that takes us to the section in Ceres which talks all about the ways that they use chickens in a sustainable and environmentally friendly way. Cool. So in terms of about Ceres, and the place in general, we've got quite a wide range of things that they do there, so ranging from food and produce to horticultural and farming, sustainable living, so the eco house, and then Indigenous education. So we've got a bit there about going over all the ways in which they incorporate Indigenous education into Ceres. And then also how you can get involved at Ceres. And then here we've got a map which links to Google Maps, so students can explore Ceres and the surroundings of the place, such as Merry Creek.
Okay, awesome. So next up we have the Sustainability and Environment tab. So how can you make a change? Going down and through this page, students can explore pictures we've taken at Ceres. So these ones are connected to the environment, what is environment and what is sustainability. So going through, because with the inquiry lens, it poses questions. It makes you think a little deeper about what is environment, what is sustainability. When you think of environment, it's not just the physical around us, the trees, airs, plants, it's the people within the environment too, and the interconnection between us, the environment, and also the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people perspective on looking after the environment. Going down, we can see there's more pictures that kids can look at: farming, nursery, natural resources that are being used, and then what does Ceres do using green technology. So they're reducing their water footprint, using non-polluting energy sources, sustainable built environments. We've also got what does taking care of your environment look like at Ceres. So this also goes down and it tells you a lot about what Ceres does. So raw organic materials and food, which is grown in their gardens, is available to purchase in their nursery and the grocery store. So it's continuing that cycle. Lots of information how to live sustainably. Going down, more information here. Green roof, so what a garden on a roof. So there's concepts that the kids may not have explored, especially those who are living in rural Victoria. Further down the page, we've got social enterprise, so it's not just about how to live sustainably, but it's also providing business and opportunity for lots of volunteer work and the community around. More scrolling down, urban agriculture, so it talks about propagation, organic gardening for food production, the hives, beekeeping, and the free-range chickens. Here it poses questions: how are you connected to your environment? So you can share your thoughts with a partner. What are some ways you're sustainable at home? So that starts to create a bit of discussion between the kids. It also gives you some ideas. Also we've got links here, which takes to a page of why these are so important. Yeah, I think that's it for that page for now.
Our next section is the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. This is part of the interconnection that Ceres has. Ceres is in Melbourne, so it's on the land of the Wurundjeri people. They are the traditional owners of the land now known as Melbourne and the wider city of Yarra. You can see here, this is the end of what is at Ceres, what they call the Aboriginal Trail, which starts at the entrance and winds all the way through the gardens, which ends up at that location there. And you can see that on the map here. It starts at the entrance past the visitor centre, and winds itself all the way around the whole of Ceres. It's a great way to see the entirety of the park. But as our students won't be going to the park, we have to bring the Aboriginal trail to them. So as you can see, at there's a few stops along the way with different symbols. So we can scroll through and see signs and informations at each of those stops explaining how Ceres is connected to the Wurundjeri people, information about what is specifically happening at that part of Ceres, and if we scroll down further, we can see each sign. If we scroll down further, each sign also gives us information about how the Wurundjeri people used to communicate with other tribes. So in this one, this is one of the Wurundjeri elders who does a lot of the education at Ceres, and he's saying, "Pleased to see you."
Community?
Yep. Ceres is a community. It's a place run by people for people. They not only create their own sense of community, but they incorporate people from the wider community into their park. So we can see here they have the nursery, which they encourage people to come in, learn how to grow their own plants. They can buy plants, they can sell plants at the markets, and it's learning. They're being educated how to live sustainably and grow their own plants in urban environments. And yeah, they have school programs which bring in students so that they can learn things that they can take to their home and also in the school. We have the grocery store, which is fantastically located in an urban part of northern Melbourne, and that sources foods from locally sourced suppliers as well as ethically sourced suppliers. And here we have another picture of the nursery. They also have their chickens and their bees, which they encourage volunteers to come in to not only help out, but to learn themselves how to raise animals in environments such as this.
So in the More tab of our virtual field trip, we have a section called Take the Quiz. So this will take you to a link. Where do I stand? So this here, if you click the link, that'll take you to a website where students will answer 10 questions from what they have learnt through the online virtual field trip. So they'll go through and answer those questions, and then the results can be explained and discussed in class. So we also have in the More tab a link that will take you directly to the Ceres site if students want to further explore parts of Ceres. And there's also a forum where students are going to become a member and sign up to this page, and they will be able to write comments, discuss and question anything that they like about Ceres or what they've learnt. Yeah, that's about it for the website.
So, we aimed our virtual field trip at the Year 3-4 level. Again, the inquiry question is, what can we learn about the use of natural resources from an Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander people's perspective to help us live sustainably? So our intent was to create a virtual field trip, which is located at Ceres in Brunswick East. Ceres is not easily accessible to students who may live in rural Victoria. Therefore, we have decided to create a website which will provide students with the means to explore and learn about this location. Ceres is a sustainability centre which provides education and research in environmental strategies. Students will explore this website and develop geographical understanding of the 4 of the Victorian curriculum key concepts, so place, environment, sustainability and interconnection. We have designed our virtual field trip to fit within the tuning in stage of inquiry journey, as students will be exploring the new concepts and ideas, provoking interest and curiosity. During this phase, teachers are also expected to gather data of students' prior knowledge in order to plan for subsequent lessons. And we have decided to gather data of students' prior knowledge and learning through the online quiz, which students will complete independently, and this can also be used as a formative assessment.
Moving on to the concepts, the geographical concepts and skills. The geographical skills that we'll be using in our virtual field trip are place. Students will be exploring Ceres through our virtual field trip with a range of resources, including maps and information. Interconnection. This concept connects with our overall inquiry question, which focuses on Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspectives. Students will explore Ceres and how this place has interconnections which influences and changes the characteristics of the place. Environment. This will be a section of our virtual field trip website with an emphasis on the importance of environment in human life and the important relationship between humans and their environment. We will show this through the Ceres lens and how this place enriches human life and the culture which makes it thrive. Sustainability. Students will investigate and learn about the certain views Ceres upholds in order to achieve progress towards sustainability. Moving on to the curriculum. In place, space and interconnection, we identify and explain the interconnections within places and between places. We do this by exploring how vegetation produces oxygen, all land animals, including people, breathe, protects lands from erosion by water and wind, retains rainfall, provides habitat for animals, shelters crops and livestock, provides shade for people, cools urban places, produces medicines, wood and fibre, and can make places appear more attractive.
So another curriculum link we have decided to use is the geographical knowledge, so diversity and the significance of places and environments. So one of the areas we focused on with this was the types of natural vegetation and the significance of vegetation to the environment. So the importance of environment to animals and people, the different views on how we can protect them and use and manage the natural resources and waste, and different views on how to do this sustainably. So this is seen in our Ceres virtual field trip through the volunteering that Ceres encourages and does, and also through the cultural villages. So yeah. Another one of the curriculum links that we are using is the similarities and differences in individuals and groups, feelings and perceptions about places, and how they influence views and the protection of these places. So this is more to do with like the AT2 part of our virtual field trip. So discussing why it is important to protect places that have special significance for people. So for example, wetlands are sacred to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, natural parks, or a World Heritage Site. And then in terms of our cross-curriculum priorities, our virtual field trip links to sustainability, as this is a large focus at Ceres. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander history and culture is also another cross-curriculum priority, which is directly linked to our inquiry question, and what students will explore throughout the whole virtual field trip at Ceres.
Thanks for watching.